Hello everyone and happy Sunday early morning. It is actually 5:40 in the morning, but it already started to snow. And yesterday I put up a video, and if you go watch the video, there's a giveaway on it. I'm not putting giveaways listed because I prefer to see that people are actually watching the videos, and that's how they're getting into the giveaways. So that is the video prior to this, if you want to get on that. And as I told the girls yesterday, 12 hours it took me to finish her. I'm tired and still not feeling good, but it started to snow and I don't want to lose internet. So I thought, you know what? I have a couple things that I wanted to say, and I wanted to put this out here as a full flip through. I'm being asked about the pouches. The pouches are going to have journals in them. I'm working on them, ladies. I can only do so many journals a day. So I thought I would just flip them out here real quick, show you. Yes, I am working on these quilt journals. There's one. And the paper just fell out of this one because I haven't sewn it in there yet. Here's another pouch that's going to have a journal in it. This is a folk art journal. It's a hard book cover. I am working on this. This one's really super cool because, well, it's got like old, paper in here, but it also has file pockets. This is a very vintage one. I found this, and so I split the file pockets so you could use them for both sides. How cool is this? So I'm working on this. She's a folk art. And let's put the paper back in this one because, like I said, I did the covers and I got the paper ready, but I'm getting there. I'm only doing so many a day because I have my orders. I like how you ladies and girls out here now. Now there's a lot of girls coming in here because, my beautiful granddaughters are becoming a part of this shop. So you're going to see a lot more of those. But anyway, so here is the another pouch. This is going to have a beautiful journal in it. There's 4 pouches made right now, and they get larger. So, and yes, to the questions, I have my own library going. I told you each one that goes out, I will have one for myself. And then I will go do pages and bring them back out. Same with my first needle book. She was mine. I made 9 of these. I'm not making any more in that quilt. I made 3 of these so far in this quilt. 1 more, and that's it because she's mine. I'm not giving mine up this time. I've been giving up my journals for over 10 years. I need my own now. So, and again, her, and I will be doing flip throughs through her, and all of those that I brought out yesterday. I have a lot of flip throughs to go through, but I still have to design and do orders and do book of the month. I just want to show this real quick. This is something I published along with the hard covers, which I'm going to do this to also, and then the smaller ones that you saw. So this is going to be the same. I'm waiting for these to come in because they sell out when I put them in my shop. So I'll be putting 3 together and doing this material binding. Now I want to show you. So I have a lot of this. No, I don't have a lot of it, but I have this velvet velour type material, which I'm using up. And of course I love the color. These are the Prima flowers. These are my notebooks, and of course some pretties that I added. So what did I do? I took 3 of these. Oh, this one's still drying. That's why the scissors are there, so it doesn't touch the cover. So I took 3 of these notebooks, and as you can see, they are glued to the material and going nowhere. They're going nowhere. I want to flip the pages so you could see it. So it made it a nice, thick journal, diary, what have you, notebooks to jog, whatever you want to use them for. It made it thicker. I put 3 together and just used material. However, I'm using for this art glitter glue. You need art glitter glue in order to adhese material onto the paper or other material. you know, you could take a chance on the PAV or the beacon, and I have found that it ends up ripping off. The art glitter glue will definitely adhese it, and it won't come off. Now, I don't have any more links for this under there, but you can go to Amazon. You can go to so many channels here, and they have links that you can get to it. So, isn't she gorge? I love her. So she's mine, of course. Now, I'm going to order more of these in, and if somebody wants me to design like this, great. I'll see how much more of this I have of this, but it's going to be in other of my laces also. So that's what's on my, you know, my list that never ends. And here she is, ladies. Look at how she came out. So if you look at my previous ones from when she just started from the cover, when I opened her up in the box, because I got her as a gift, she's scrumptious. I was going to do a needle book, and I started it, and then I thought, I'm not doing a needle book right now. You can see the needle books right here. If you want one designed with this material in her size or this size, you email me. Email Terry, will get it, and I will design it for you. You can go back on the other videos to see the full flip throughs on these beautiful ones, so you know what you're getting inside. But anyway, I designed her as a journal, and she's mine. So isn't she scrumptious? I'm gonna do a full flip through, so no worries. So she's sewn. I broke 2 needles. I need a new sewing machine. I definitely need a new sewing machine. Mine is burnt out. It's 10 years. It's time. So this is the clasp. I only have a couple of these, so I'm going to make 2 more of these. That's it. Once they're done, they're done. And I can't promise this ribbon. I know I could get, well, I could probably get 2 more. Yeah, I could probably get 2 more because, see, this is like a vintage background. This isn't a white background. Let me show you. Sorry about the nose. I don't feel good. So, let's see. I have 3 different backgrounds on here. I didn't realize, but I do. See, this is a different color background. That's a different, this is more pink. This is the vintage. So I could get 1 out of that. And then this is a more white cream background where that's the vintage, and that's all pink. So I did mix pink in with this. I believe I can get 2 more ribbons. Maybe the rose will be different, but I see it over there. So so let's go, right? So she doesn't open, she just flips back. I'm going to glue mine. If you guys get it and you don't want to glue it, you don't have to. So I did sewing on the front. Obviously used baker's twine, sewn it all together. Now just a quickie inside this. You could see it on the other videos, the clips. I am going to take a nice piece, probably around this size, from the inside and design one of those, and I'm going to love it because it's very old, 1930s. I talked to the girl, and they're quilt bedspreads from back in the day, way back. And if, you know, somebody wants it with that print on it and that quilt, fine. But I'm only going to do 2 of those because I have vintage lovers, and that's all that's to it. And I have many projects coming out with this quilt. It will go as fast as the others. So shut up, right? And let's go. Now, I don't know if I have any more of these. I will look to see, but that says handmade. These are wood, and I did buy these off of Etsy. I'm not going to purchase them again, but I'll try to find the link so you may. I think I have 1 more of those. So I made a nice little, let me put my glasses on, pamphlet notebooks inside of these. And I used the 140 pound. So you can paint, you can journal, you can stamp on the vellum, you can stamp on that, you can stamp on that. That's vellum again, and then paint again, and paint again. Okay? So, isn't she a pretty little thing? Everything is sewn. Everything has thread hanging. I just love that look. So that is going to go there. So that will all be the same. I'm just telling you what I don't know about that. And then I have this lovely fabric, which you'll get a piece of this in this belly band on that page. And then I did 2 pockets here, and I did little pamphlets here. Nothing really major. If you wanted to make it a journal, you could. If you wanted to make it a pin holder, you could. Completely up to you. This is Tim Holtz paper. And then this one, I'm not real sure I could do the same one there. I didn't sew this one, but there'll be 2, one for each pocket, and then you could decide what you want to do. Now these are glued on. I embossed these pretties. They'll have nice little pieces of ephemera in there, nice little pieces of ephemera in here, and they're embossed. I have tons of these. I have a lot of glassine bag. And then look at how pretty this is. This better be showing very nicely. It's dark. So I did frames, and I sewn some of the pretty paper and the garments on here with little bundles on the front on this paper, which is glued down but sewn on these 2 pages, and you could slip photos inside both, whatever you want. She's mine, but she'll come out exactly the same way. And then this is a tuck spot, and here's another envelope with some ephemera in it and a rose on the front. So that's a tuck spot. And then here's a tuck spot that's got some pretty different paper, and this is like translucent paper. A tuck spot, which I did sewing. That says postcard, and all these lovelies. You know, I have tons of this ephemera, so. And I picked out the flower to match. This is black, white, vintage, and pink, which I love together. And then this is a full journal. Oop, they're hugging each other. This is a full journal, and she's sewn in, not just by this, but sewn. Page is empty, so you could do what you want on them, like this, okay? So there is a full journal for you to journal in. The front and the back is done, and another tuck spot here. Isn't that pretty paper? I love black and vintage. Love it. Black, white, and vintage. And then you mix the mauves. Beautiful. Just stunning. I love it. And then this page has another little journal, which I've sewn. Has a pocket on the front with ephemera in it. Says journal. Isn't this gorge? Gorge, gorge, gorge. And then I sewn these sheets in it. Left one side with the print, and the opposite side you can journal on, add photos, or what have you. And it goes underneath the baker's twine, and in that tuck spot, that's Tim Holtz paper that I sewed there. And then this just has this lovely piece, which I don't know that will be in there. I put it there to show you have another empty page to use. I always leave one page open, even in the needle books themselves. I put that in there for now for myself. And then I made this pocket for pens, which is, let me show you. It's a cappuccino, espresso, mocha. I told you about these pens. I write with these. These are awesome. If you want a link, let me know. Just leave me a comment and I'll dig up the link. These are awesome pens. Love them. Never going to change back to any other pen beside my fountain pens that I use. And then I added the ribbon and then the back of her. So I added baker's twine back here and a nice piece of vintage. There's 2 clips, one on the front, one on the back, and this is on the spine. And look at how chunky her spine is. Love it. Tim Holtz bells, you'll get 3 of them. And this vintage ring and the pin. And that's it. I don't even know if you can get these pins anymore. I haven't bought them in so long. So, isn't she scrumptious? She came out gorge. Look at her, ladies. Now, she's priced different than any other ones. If you want to know the price of her, and if she's still available, because I'm only doing 2 more beside the one that I own, and that's it, because I'm moving on. Just email the girls, or one of the girls will answer you, and that's that. And that was sewn on. There's a clip there. Isn't she gorgeous? She's scrumptious. Scrumptious, I love her. The changing of the ribbon for any of my vintage lovers that may not want the rose. I have these. that I could switch it to that will still match. Actually, I could do 2 of these together, sew it together, and do it as one. So, completely up to you ladies that are going to order her. And that's that. She came out stunning, right? Gorge, gorge. Now, we have a heck of a snowstorm coming. Terrible, 6 to 12 inches. So, I didn't want to miss the, you know, the internet boomed out. I wouldn't even get the small clip up, so I figured I'll just put up the larger. So the pouches are made. These are still being made. The journals are still being made. I'm still working on her. These have all sold. I'm moving on to the next because this paper that was in them is gone. That's the Italian paper. I have no more of that. Again, a couple sizes with the journal, a folk art vintage. She's going to be lovely. She's going to have all kind of gorgeousness all over her too. And that's it. So she's gorge. Absolutely gorge. Love her. Love her. Thank you so much for that quilt. I'm going to get as many as I can out of this quilt before it's gone. And then continue on. I now have 3 quilts that I'm working with. Lovely, lovelies. Sorry to feel like everything's coming out at once, but if you know me, when I'm on a roll, I keep going. So that's where I'm at. So have a wonderful Sunday. New York, Philadelphia, and us in the Pocono area, we're getting swamped with snow. So, yeah. I'll be very busy. However, tomorrow I go to the dentist irregardless to get the tooth pulled. So I won't be talking for a couple days. And I did strip her completely of the wallpaper inside. So I'm starting over. And I'm not sure if I'm going to strip her on the outside of the wallpaper. I kind of still like her like that. And I'll show you why. There'll be stripes and loveliness. Look at the cute little door I did. Isn't it adorable? And I made them lamps. I didn't buy them. I made them. I love it. I'll see you soon, ladies. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Leave me a comment and a thumbs up. Tell me what you think about her. Did you really like her? I think she came out gorge. And I'll see you soon. Keep an eye on the clips. There's a lot more clips. And for the newbies, TikTok and Pinterest and my Instagram have tons of videos. Hundreds and hundreds of videos. Check them out in the link underneath the video. Bye now.